Damascus, and also the tunnel that we're hearing was found in Old Damascus for storing weapons.
Yes, actually, several developments across the country in various, actually, Syrian cities and towns. In Damascus, chasing operations in the Damascus countryside continues as the army continues to chase armed men and, of course, carry out inspection campaigns to clear the areas in Damascus countryside from armed men over there. As you said, yes, there was a tunnel discovered in Old Damascus, actually in that links, of course, two neighborhoods in Old Damascus, which are Dar al-Jabi and Dar al-Khadija. Several kinds of weapons were found over there in that tunnel, including equipment, of course, medical equipment, maps, and among those weapons found were, of course, Israeli-made grenades, and this is not the first time Israeli-made weapons are found, or actually U.S.-made weapons before was actually also found. This is in Damascus and its countryside. Of course, we know that today a military source also issued a statement here in the country saying that today a technical failure occurred to a military jet which caused its pilot to eject himself from that jet, which was actually on an ordinary training flight over the eastern area, and search operations continue for finding this pilot. The Syrian army today actually chased armed men near the sheep market, this market is located on the Homs al-Salamiyya main highway. Over there, those armed men were attacking civilians and passing by cars. Clashes also over there left several of them killed or injured. In Al-Shammas, in the neighborhood of Homs, in Homs actually city, today there were several neighborhoods, there were several developments there in several neighborhoods. In Al-Shammas, the Syrian army found a hideout used by armed men where they make explosive charges. 11 explosive devices were seized, and actually also north of Homs in Talbisa and Ghanto areas, the Syrian army chased armed men who were blocking roads and also opening fire at cars over there, and heavy losses was reported to be inflicted on them. In Ariha also, in Idlib city, clashes and chasing operations continue. Today, some of the armed men were killed there while others left their weapons and escaped. And also some of the previously stolen vehicles in that area were restored, and weapons were confiscated. And finally, in Daraa, there were also some developments. The army chased armed men in the areas of Safas, Busra al-Sham, and Izra, and several armed men were also killed and arrested.
Okay, thank you very much. Muhammad Ali on the line for us there from Damascus with all the latest news. Meanwhile, new gruesome footage shows members of the so-called Free Syrian Army slitting the throat of a civilian. I have to warn you, the images you're about to see are graphic and disturbing. The man was reportedly killed because he refused to join the armed opposition. Earlier videos coming out of Syria purportedly showed gunmen executing a civilian in the northern city of Aleppo. Footage has also emerged of insurgents throwing the bodies of police officers from a rooftop in Al-Bab city. There's growing concern over the murder of civilians in Syria. Rights activists worldwide have condemned the killings. The Syrian government has repeatedly said the armed men fighting against it are terrorists backed by countries such as Saudi Arabia and Qatar. Meanwhile, a Syrian plane has crashed in the country's east after suffering technical problems. The plane was on a routine training mission when it encountered a technical glitch and crashed. The anti-government opposition claims it downed the plane using anti-aircraft guns in the northeastern province of Deir al-Zor. Though Damascus says the search for the pilot continues, insurgents claim they've captured him. They've also posted a video showing a man who they claim is the pilot. According to Turkish media, U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton pledged Washington's commitment to equip the Syrian insurgents with anti-aircraft missiles during her recent visit to Turkey. Iran says it opposes suspending Syria's membership in the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. Foreign Minister Ali Akbar Salehi is calling on all member states to help resolve the crisis instead.
The Syrian crisis is a fact. There is a crisis there. Every country, specifically Muslim countries who are members of the OIC, should join hands to resolve this issue in such a way that will help towards the peace and security and the stability of the region, and that will stop the violence, will stop what's the destruction which we are witnessing now in Syria, unfortunately.
Salehi made the comments in Saudi Arabia, where he attended a preparation meeting of foreign ministers of the OIC. The Saudi city of Mecca will host an extraordinary summit of presidents and heads of state on Monday. The meeting was called by Saudi King Abdullah to discuss the conflict in Syria. Iran's President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is in the kingdom to take part in the summit. Yemen's president has ordered that some military units be restructured. Our correspondent Yusuf Mauri says many Yemenis are now concerned that the decision could push the country